so much drama every day. Lord, I need you, gotta call you every day. Every day.
Look, every day I stay in his face like Mary Kay, my shot to know it. We connect like an interface for that dinner plate, that's how I do it. That's dinner bread for that dinner bread. See many trying, they get into it. Till they shot line and dripping fluid, hit that.
Church, we have to do better. Because we have way too many Christians who are supposed to be mature in the spirit who only have their learner's permit. So instead of learning to live righteously, they learn to permit the sin just a little bit, but then want to cry, Jesus, take the wheel, only after they have to go pay for the ticket. But isn't that much like life? This Jesus walk is supposed to be a crosswalk, but we keep on crossing the line. We act as if the cross isn't on the line. We treat Jesus as a side chick. We treat the faith walk as a sidewalk as we're going down the main street with the devil, expecting blessings when we're in Satan's territory. But it wasn't too long ago, you were walking down that Alta Avenue, crying your eyes out, saying those sinning days are oh so through, giving Jesus the boo-hoos of Jesus, I give my entire life to you, but it's just a few. Months and days and years have gone by, now you have just hit that U. So you hit that U-turn and U-turn to return to those dead-end friends and dead-end relationships and dead-end streets. Wonder why you don't feel alive inside anymore. But we all have those friends that we need to cut off because they keep on clipping our dreams and clipping our wings, so I call them wingmen. And it's easy to get lost in this world when you lose your focus, too busy searching for Mr. and Mrs. Right, what a person you should have left. Now you're knocking on the devil's door, what a person you think was heaven sent. All because you treat your body as a drive-through, investing in these people who are from the dollar menu, who have no passion or drive themselves, but only use you until your time, patience, and money are through. These people are fast food. Yes, fast food, something to satisfy your hunger, though never filling. Something quick to get with no substance because your flesh was too willing. And you know you have nothing permanent with these people, but you never want to hear it. You keep indulging and feeding your flesh, lust, and loneliness when you need soul food to satisfy your spirit. You keep tiptoeing around the gospel. Keep tiptoeing around the gospel, not wanting to step on any toes, because heaven knows that the way to heaven is the straight and narrow. Meaning that not many people will make it, not many people can take it, not many people could fit. But you continue to play this game of tricking, a Christian acting as if it's not their mission to be a witness, too afraid to chicken and tell their friends about their sin illness. That's like getting in a car wreck and giving them a Band-Aid when they need a hospital. Stop sowing seeds here and there when God's telling you to give them the gospel. You're too friendly. You keep shaking hands with people who are shaking in the faith or have no faith at all, and you think it's a coincidence that you're the one who begins to fall. So watch your footing, because bad company can corrupt good morals, and they may mess up your walk with Jesus. And that's the reason you're finding it harder for you to go toe-to-toe with your flesh, and it's the people that you're walking hand in hand with. So with these people, you should hit the brakes and begin to panic, because warning signs are just red flags in the distance. Too blind by this chemistry to realize the reality. The reality is, as a Christian, you have as much chemistry with them as water has with oil. They are rocky ground, we are fertile soil. So just like water and oil, you can put the two together, but they'll never mix, just kind of fit. Just like a person who's on fire for Christ being with someone who kind of knows that he exists, but will never live it. As a Christian, you have as much in common with them as the night has with the morn. They are the darkness, we are the dawn, but because you haven't been living right lately, it's a reason you can't see that. But how long do you live blind as if you can't see when Christians are called to be the lights of the world, a city placed upon a hilltop, and as lights we should never be placed under a basket. So why you continue to hide your faith and mask it? Because every one of your friends and family, everyone in your circle can know Jesus and see him. But the only thing stopping them is the fact that you won't let your light shine before men, so you are the reason that they won't see eternal glory in heaven, because you won't introduce them to the Jesus who's supposed to drag them out of their temporary sin season. So if you're a Christian who's constantly finding your life at a crossroads, it's probably because you're constantly using the cross as a road. I mean, you're stepping on it. I mean, you're treating Jesus as if he was granted. I mean, you're taking your salvation as if it was granted. I mean, because of Jesus' payment, you're treating him as if he was pavement. Because of grace, you think you have your permanent place in heaven as if it was cement. But I'm sorry to say you have no place in heaven if you don't understand what cement. Wait, y'all missed that. Y'all weren't listening. Let me say it again. Because of grace, you think you have your permanent place in heaven as if it was cement, but you have no place in heaven if you don't understand what meant, what Calvary meant, what the crucifixion meant, what the cross meant, if you don't understand what Christ meant. Because once you understand what meant, that's what gives you discernment, and you don't listen to the nonsense when people say, as a Christian, you have a limited vision. There's many ways to God. Now listen closely, because this is going to sound odd, but they're right. As a Christian, we have a limited perspective. In fact, you can say we have tunnel vision, because there is no way to the Father except through the tunnel, which is the Son, the only one, because Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. But Jesus is also the way, the truth, and the light, because God's word is a lamp upon our feet, a light upon our path. And this is how we don't get lost by the wayside, because the way to heaven is not broad and wide like a highway or quick like an elevator. No, that's always to the other place. No, Christian, the way to heaven is always described as a staircase. So remember, Christian, this is not a sprint, but a marathon runner's pace. And Jesus promises that we'll make it to the end and all be winners if we just finish the race. Because Jesus promises that he will help us along the way. And we'll make it to the end just as long as we try his best. Just as long as each and every day we remember to put Calvary in the GPS. Thank you.
Yeah. A starving artist, they tryna suppress my appetite, tryna steal my vision, cause most of these rappers lack the sight. It's God-given, it's written, but I don't have to write. Passion like pocket like Biggie before and after life. After Christ, but need all the business we do with black and white. Colorblind, but they ain't biracially half as nice. I'm repping for the church, but spit bars to get the pastor hype. Ambidextrous playing both organs like a hermaphrodite. I'm in the sky like satellites, and I don't need the extra baggage, so I travel light. They tryna slow me down with their hazard lights. LeBron James chasing at the mic, me and Mouth on the same team. Started with the same dream, put our cities on our back, but we reppin' for the same king. We playin' for the same ring, and we already won, so you looking at the champion.